Hello YouTubers! Now today what we're going to talk about is how to change a tyre the correct way, the easy way. Now what the most important thing to do is make sure the handbrake's on and the car is in gear. It just makes it a bit easier. And you crack the nuts before you jack it up, because if you jack it up the wheel's going to spin and you're not going to be able to take off the bolts. Now there's a couple of ways of doing that. You can have these star bars and each end is a different size, or sometimes you just get like an L shape with one particular size on that suits your car. So it just depends which one you've got. And also you just get the normal car jack as well. Now these are the most common jacks you get with the car, and they have a little cutout just here, and that marries up with the point on the car. This is the front one. You see that, how it just kind of comes out, and basically this goes in between that. There's one on the back then as well if you need to do the back. So all you do, spin the jack out. Now when you're on stones or uneven ground, you have to kind of make sure you can get it as flat as possible. Now, you just want to make sure that's good and solid. Now we're going to crack the nuts. All you're doing is just half turning them. Now you can actually jack it up. Bearing in mind, every time you do, just make sure nothing's going to move, the jack is straight. You just want just the wheel off. This car's in gear so the wheel won't turn very well, but you can see you don't want it too high, that will be fine. Some cars have nuts, some cars have bolts. The most important thing you need to be aware of, when it has a nut, there is a chamfered end on one side, and that's the side that goes into the car. With a bolt like this, obviously there's only one way it can go, but with the nuts there's like a chamfered edge, and that has to go in towards the car. So it's as simple as that really. So you take all four off and you just put them back on in the same fashion, tighten it up. As tight as you can, just like that. Stop! Now, don't listen to that fat idiot. He's doing it wrong. What you need to do is you need to go angle. So as you tighten your wheel, you need to go opposite, like a cross. That's the way you tighten the wheel. That makes sure you actually fit it on. I think he'll be showing you the way to do it properly. Now, just to go through a couple of different nuts you can have. That's obviously similar to the one that I had on. You can see it's a bolt. Now what I was talking about the nuts was, you can see how one end is chamfered and the other end is flat. The flat end goes on the outside, the chamfered end goes into the wheel. That actually helps it locate and center the wheel, and hopefully you can see that. We'll just zoom up into that now. You can see the chamfered end as regards the flat end. That's the chamfered end, that's the flat end. Then you've got an alloy wheel nut, which is the same. Now to be fair, some of these you can only put in one way because they're capped, but you can see the chamfered end again there. This is just a lot bigger nut off a Jeep, but again, well, you can only put this on one way again, but you get the idea, you know. So listen to the rest of him, see if he's any good. If he is, thumbs up, subscribe, and you might see him for the next one, you never know. Put it back on the floor. and then just, now the most important thing is when you're tightening the bolts for the final time is you do the opposite corners. Don't go around in a circle. So if you start on this one, the next one is that one, then that one, and then that one. If you've got 5 studs, you do the same thing. So you just work on opposite corners. That then tightens the wheel to the car nice and straight. You're not going to get any uneven tightening in your wheel. So that's the most important thing you've got to do. So that's it.